Good day, everyone that is being part of this live streaming. I want to welcome you to another episode of our training. This is our weekly series that is divided into two parts. We have one part for technical skills, and we have another part for soft skills. Gone are those days that employers were only looking at technical know-how. At the present age, employers are looking for people who are very skilled at technical and also very skilled at soft skills. A lot of people have lost their jobs just because they didn't take care of their soft skills. And yes, a lot of people have gained a lot of jobs just because they were able to manage issues around their soft skills. On Saturdays, we have technical sections between the hours of 10 and 11 o'clock West African time, which is also Nigeria time. And on Sundays, between the hours of 5 p.m. and 6 p.m., we also have soft skills display where we encourage people that are already in tech or people that are just tech on how they can balance up between these two aspects of their job. I want to welcome you to another episode. Today, we are having our soft skills training sections where we'll be featuring a very personality that our our hand has caught on oath, and his name is Prince Temitayo Obasoye. Prince Temitayo, you are welcome on the program.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here. And Paula, thank you so much. And hello, everybody. I see a lot of persons are already communicating. We have Oluwagbon and Jude. Hi, guys. Glad to be
All
there.
right. Thank you. Mr. Prince Temidayo Obasonya is a dynamic and accomplished professional with a decade of experience in the technology industry. His expertise encompasses technical support, system administration, training, and entrepreneurship. He is a dedicated problem solver committed to delivering exceptional service to global clients. As a technical specialist at Fentrata and a freelance M365 Microsoft 365 admin support engineer on Upwork, Temidayo leverages his skills to assist clients worldwide. His passion for knowledge sharing is evident in his role as a Microsoft certified trainer. Beyond his technical career, Temidayo is a visionary entrepreneur who funded Demix Consults as CEO and CTO. He leads the company in providing innovative solutions. Please let me tell you, our audience, this prince is cooking something bigger for Nigeria and bigger for Africa. I will give him time to unveil his upcoming project, which is called next month. We'll all be there live and direct in Lagos. And audience, yes, we also want to invite you live for that event in Lagos. That's Cloudfest Africa. Mr. Temilayo, you are welcome on board.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. And thank you, everyone, for having me. It's a privilege, When I was being told about this event and the training, I was like, I think it's going to be more of a discussion class because majority of the things I want to talk about are things that we actually have an idea about, but it's just that we don't pay too much attention to it. And like our host has talked about, is basically the soft skill and how we relate and how we ensure that we get the jobs that we're looking for. We in the African space and using Nigeria as an example, I'm not saying Nigeria is the only disadvantaged country. Sometimes, we even those in Rwanda, Kenya, a lot of countries, we have a lot of techies, but it's just based on the soft skill that's one of the limitations for them. So um, I'm just going to give some hoots and some tips on some of the things I did and what I've tried over the years, and it worked for me. So it might not work for you exactly 100%, but I'm so sure it's going to give you a hint or a clue to make you get whatever you want to get from the tech space. So I'll just go right in. I just have some slides here. I'll go through the slide and go through some of the stuffs I already aligned. Then we'll do majority of the talking, like no, just talk directly. So the question we have here is how to secure international jobs, remote stroke relocation from Nigeria. All right, and I would be taking you through this roadmap today. Okay, what's my name? I think the host did a justice already about my name. So basically, I am Timidayo Obasanya. My years of experience, it's over 8+ years, but if I'm going to be direct, I would say is a total of 11 or 12 years generally as a tech enthusiast and profession. I'm into the tech space based more in the cloud as a cloud engineer and a support engineer. And also, I'm a gospel artist, music gospel artist. Yep, that's all you need to know about me. And then we'll go right in. So, our table of content, what we're going to be talking today, we're going to be talking about the power of LinkedIn and winning strategies. We're going to be talking about engagements, postings, and LinkedIn strategies. We're going to be talking about um, targeting startups. We're going to be talking about resume updates, mastering, the interview phase. We're going to go into our upskilling. We're going to be talking about top global platforms and certifications, bridging the gap, overcoming challenges from Nigeria, steps to do it, what to do about it, and how to navigate your way through it. So we're going to be talking about those stuffs. Yeah, we're going to go straight into it. The first one, power of LinkedIn and winning strategies. There's a content I'm going to be posting on LinkedIn tomorrow, actually, and it covers what I'm talking about right now. Why LinkedIn is crucial. We all know that LinkedIn is actually the one of the best and the best professional platform or network or social network to actually get yourselves out there. It's a place where you meet people, where you network, where you get to see the the high and mighty in the feed, the newbies, the already existing techies, and so on. You get to meet a whole lot of professionals on LinkedIn. So now, how do you use LinkedIn? What are the things you do on LinkedIn? How do you sell yourself or put yourself out there to make sure that you get whatever your desire, whatever your goal is all about? So I'm going to tell you a story why I talk about this, the power of LinkedIn. So first of all, I wrote why is LinkedIn crucial? Professionals networking hub. Like I said, it's a place where all professionals, all majority of professionals are located. You have direct access to the recruiters, the hiring managers, the job board for international roles. It is a place where platforms for showcasing expertise. So I'm going to start from the last one I just mentioned, which is platforms for showcasing expertise. So what do you do? What is your business all about? What is your idea all about? What is the whole thing about you as an individual? Using myself as an example, Timmy Dio, when I got into LinkedIn actively, I got into LinkedIn actively in 2021. 2021, that's when I got actively into LinkedIn. And what was the idea I brought in? I told myself, I said, now I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for an international role. And how do I get this international role? I brought myself down and I took a pen and a paper. I scheduled everything. I said, over the 1 month or 3 months I've been on the platform, I've been seeing a lot of people celebrating about this is the certification I just wrote. This is the job I got. This is the certification. This is the job. This is the certification. This is the job. So the story was more about you have to be certified. You have to tell people on the network that you are certified, and people see you and say, "Oh, you are certified." Because of that, they want to come celebrate with you. And when you post anything that has to do with your upskilling, that has to do with you're getting a new job, automatically you're an attraction to the network. You must be very, very, very deliberate and intentional on what you are showcasing to that platform. So what I did is I wrote down all the certifications I've never written. At that time, I was actually a Microsoft certified trainer. I was doing majority of the trainings locally and based on site on all the trainings I was undergoing then. And when I come to the platform, I said, okay, I'm going to showcase some of the things I've done, and I'm going to give myself a target to say, okay, I would write this certification, I'll write this certification, I'll write this certification, and then showcase it on my platform. So that's how it actually started. When I did that, first thing I did, I wrote on my jotter, guys, you can actually do the same thing now. I said, what kind of job do I want? That was the first thing I asked myself. What kind of job do I want? The second one was, who are the persons I need to reach out to? That's number two. Then number three, what will make them want to watch or follow me on this platform? Then the number four was, what is the target of when it comes to finance? How much do I want to make or get from the job? So, meaning the persons I'm targeting, how much do I want them to employ me with, or how much do I want them to pay me? Those are the four things I highlighted. And then I went into the um, platform and I wrote there. I said, in the next in the next 1 month, yeah, in the next 2 months, I wrote, in the next 2 months, I'll be writing five Microsoft certifications. I want you all to go with me. Just like the 30 days countdown, just like the 60 days countdown that a whole lot of persons do on LinkedIn. And one of my motivator then was Peter. There was an account called Peter. I've forgotten the full name, but I'm going to tag it after this training or after this talk on my LinkedIn. I'm going to say shout out to Peter. Then you get to see Peter. Peter does a whole lot of 30 days countdown. He tells, okay, I want to learn this role. I want to learn this stuff. I want to upskill to this platform. I want to upskill to this and that and that. Peter does that a whole lot on LinkedIn. So I followed Peter's learning, and it was so inspiring. So everyone that was following Peter at that time, they were all tech professionals and they were all into cloud engineering, and they were also Microsoft enthusiasts. I started sending connect to all the people on Peter's lineup. So after sending all those connect, that's when I made those posts. And I said, in the next 60 days, I'm going to be writing five professional examination for on Microsoft. So what was the stuff I said I want to do? I told myself I'm going to do all the fundamentals, the AZ 900, the MS 900, the DP 900, the SC 900, and I think I also did one of that 900 or fundamentals. I did that as well. Okay, I did that of AI, I guess. Yes, yeah, I did the 900, which was the fundamentals. So when I wrote that up, I think half of my connect, 80% of my connect, 50 to 80% of my connect, they all wished me well, and they also started commenting as, hey, kudos with this, kudos with this, kudos with this. And I said on the next post, which was the next 2 3 days, I said, I'm going to share the steps on how I wrote the examination and what I did and how I got to what I got, the role and the score I'm going to get in the course of the examination. And that was what I wrote there. And yeah, Peter Kayode, yes, Peter Kayode. Thank you so much, Catherine. That's the name. That's the name. Peter Kayode was very, very useful. Like, he was very helpful as well. I spoke to him. I said, "How do I hack into this LinkedIn?" And he was like, "Bro, just put yourself there. You already know the job, you know the stuff, but put yourself there. People want to see you talk. They want to see you post something. That's the only way they can get attracted to you. They would never know what you have until you put something there." And that was what I did. And after writing that, I asked myself, I said, why will I take 2 months to write fundamentals? Although I've not written any examination, I'm like, well, I can do it, so there's no problem there. I think the only stuff I did before there was MS 700 because I needed to get my MCT. So it was MS 700. That was the only one I did then. So after posting that fundamentals, it took me 5 days, or I think 5 or 4 days, to write the whole five fundamentals. and I passed all of them. I passed all of them. Now, that really gave me a big flex. Why did I say that? It was a thing that everyone that saw that post on LinkedIn, they were all surprised. And I started getting a lot of calls. I started getting a lot of DMs. Can you come train me out to do this? I started getting a lot of DMs from um, non-techies, existing techies, managers, recruiters, CEOs. I started getting messages from all of them because the post was very extensive. I told them I challenged myself in writing this stuff in 2 months, which was 60 days. But right now I did it within 5 days. So that message alone sent some stuff to some of them saying that okay, this guy's very knowledgeable. He can write, he can do this stuff, he can do it the way he wants to do it. And some persons did not actually chat me up immediately. It took some of them close to like a month or two to even reach out to me. Why some persons might just be in the channel, just looking at you and waiting. They are just waiting. They are waiting and waiting and waiting for the right time to chat you up. But your consistency would either make them say, "Oh, this boy is really good and is really ready for this stuff," or you are not consistent and they're like, "Oh, he just came to post and he's out of this place." So showcasing your expertise. That's exactly what I did that time. I did not only showcase my expertise, I also showcased the fact that I was dedicated and whatever I say I would do it. And that's how I got myself there on LinkedIn. Then number two, I said the job is a job board for international roles. There are a whole lot of international roles on LinkedIn. How do you hack into this? I'm going to share it also. And we're going to log into LinkedIn and you get to see what I'm talking about that. Then direct access to recruiters and hiring managers. Yeah, I don't know how a whole lot of persons make this search on recruiters and hiring managers, but LinkedIn job board made it so easy that when you're searching for someone, you get to even see the role on the description while you're searching for someone. You get to see the role and you already know who you're looking for and what to look for. Then it's a professional network hub, like I said from the beginning. So winning profile strategies, professional headshots. Um, if you check this part that is a professional headshot or compelling headline, the headline for me it's 100% okay. The headshot is really not my thing. If you go on LinkedIn right now, you not see the face. So a lot of persons know Temidayo, but they don't really know that this is the face of Temidayo. So the professional headshot, you can do that, but mine is the compelling headline and your editorial part where you actually put a summary or objective of who you are, what you do, and what you give out. So I've never, ever, 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 since my whole time in LinkedIn, uploaded a picture of me. So this is the first time you're actually seeing my face. Like uploaded a picture on my profile saying this is Dio. Like when you click on my name and you just check the profile and you see my face. No, no, no. But I uploaded pictures of me and to say some things on my status or on my post. But on the profile, no, I don't. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think, for me, I don't think it's necessary. But the compelling headline, yes, it's okay. Some persons say the professional headshot makes people go into their profile like, oh, who is this one dressing on a suit or dressing on a traditional attire or whatever local attire you're trying to put in or your international attire, whatever it is. Whatever you're wearing right now is an international attire to other persons looking from any other place. So basically, that's what people say. And like I said, detailed about section with keywords. On my detailed about, you have a lot of tools now that can help you on that. The keywords basically you can just use the Copilot, you can use your Chat GPT, you can use different AI stuff to generate your about section. But please make sure whatever thing you are saying is the truth, and whatever thing you are saying is straight to point. Don't be too ambiguous in your writing and putting too many write-ups there. Like I said, these are things that helped me. So I'm not trying to tell you that whatever I'm saying here is the ultimate. No, it's not the ultimate. It's what helped me, and it's what make me got the kind of presence I have currently, and there's the reason why I think I'm a little bit visible. Why people want to hear what I'm saying and what I have to say about all this. So then, allied international experience, remote capabilities. So yeah, concerning this international experience, it's relative. It's relative. Um, But I think you should always talk about what you've accomplished in the course of your working with anyone. And like I always tell everybody, you are already experienced. It depends on how you see it. You've been experienced. Let's take it down to the Nigerian sector. If you help your dad go, if you go to the market with your dad, like a boy that has a furniture or a car setup or a motor park or something. If you go with your dad to the market to buy the parts of the car to help distribute the parts to different locations, to help purchase a specific kind of car parts, let's say the seats, the light bulbs, the engine, the jar, whatever parts you already having the experience. So now, how do you make such thing a professional career? You know that already. It's you're already into sales, you're already into marketing, you're already into distribution. So now, how do you combine all these stuffs I just talked about into a professional write-up and experience? That's exactly what you have to do because you already have the experience. Majority of us have experience not even knowing that we are actually experienced in that sector. When you see the roles of customer success manager, what is this all about? It means getting a customer and ensuring the customer stays with you in your company, ensuring the customers purchase your stuff, and you keeping in touch with the customer to know the welfare of the customer back to back on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, depends on how the agreement is. That's a customer success manager. And that's something you do when you sell a car part to a customer on the street and later you call the customer like, hey, our product, hope say they good or hope the stuff is okay. And are you enjoying it? How come this? Is this one going well? Is it working? Is it perfect? That is already the role you are doing. So some people or majority of us from the African space or wherever space you are, we tend to not be aggressive about the roles that we see because sometimes we think that we cannot do it. We think that it's impossible. Meanwhile, we already have a a a, a a, a rundown or an idea of this stuff domestically from our homes. So that's what you should just put on your experience and ensure you put in the tools that you're also familiar with. For me, I always put in whatever CRM tools or whatever stuffs I get to use in the course of doing any project with any client. So recently or lately, I started using Clockify. I started using different tools with different clients. So these are stuffs I get to learn and I enhance myself. And on every of my background highlights or my resume or my job history. I put it there and I okay, I'm aware. I've used scripts, I've used intercom, I've used DFM, I've used HubSpot. You know, put in these stuffs, and it already gives you a edge with any company that is about to employ you on that particular stuff, and they don't want to go through the stress of teaching you their tools anymore. Then okay, showcase relevant skills and endorsement. Yeah, for the endorsement, you already have a lot of friends. And I see a lot of persons we get into LinkedIn, we don't even send connect. It's like we don't even know why we're on LinkedIn. And the first thing I will tell you is don't get into LinkedIn when you are not ready for LinkedIn. And when you get into LinkedIn, go for the people that you know they are either on the same technology that you want or they are people that are on the tech space in general. So keep sending them connects. Reach out to people. Network. Networking is the best platform, is the best way of getting yourself connected to anything. In that international role, local role, whatever you think you want to get. Network. If you can hear me, say hi, please. Let me know I'm being audible. Can you guys hear me? Internet connection. That's the reason I'm asking. All right. Okay. I think we're back. Okay. All right. So sorry about that. That's my network connection. I don't know. Uh,
Yeah,
something came
you
in
are
and
off. You are off for a few seconds.
yeah, yeah. It was um I'm
Yeah.
currently not I'm currently not close to my router, so that's the reason. I'm not close to my router, so I'm actually connected with
Okay.
my
We have.
mobile data. That's what I'm doing currently. I'm using my
Okay.
mobile data, so when a call
No
comes in,
problem. You're welcome.
it, it makes it go off. All right. So
All
that's
right.
that
No
for that
problem.
slide. So I'm going to go to the next slide. The next slide, we're talking about engagement posting and LinkedIn strategies. So on this, engagement, active engagement, regularly interact with industry leaders, companies, recruiters, comment thoughtfully on relevant posts, share insight articles, or create original content, articles, posts, or videos. Now, this is very, very, very crucial. You might not be the kind of person that posts a lot. You might not be the kind of persons that comment a lot or do stuff every time. But to get those stuff set for you, you can actually reach out to someone to get it fixed for you, and that can actually be done 100%. So you must be able to regularly interact with people that are on the same space, the same technology space that you want to go into. You must always interact, you must always talk, you must always put yourself out there. It's if you don't reach out, if you don't talk, if you don't reach out or you don't put yourself out there, there's no way anybody's going to get to know you. There's no way anybody's going to know that you have the skill that you think you have, because you locking yourself on wherever you are, maybe in your cubicle, in your house, in your business place, you're definitely going to be there, and you are not going to be relevant to anyone except they get to see what you can do or what you cannot do. So ensure you comment on posts that are relevant. You know, some of us we get to see some post online that is actually detailing and talking about what we want to do or what we are currently into, and you're like, well, I already know that one, so there's no point in putting any input on it. I was one of that. You know, I always this is a true life story. There's one of our trainers called Joseph Afoso. I see him um, before now, I think almost a year ago. I see him post on how to add license to users on Microsoft 365. I see him talk about it, and sometimes in my mind, I'm like, these are simple stuff. There's no point. But I forget to ask myself that there are a lot of newbies that does not know nothing about this stuff. And if you don't put it out there that you know it, nobody's going to reach out to you to talk to you or to tell you that they want that. So you can actually be me of them that commonize the knowledge I already have. Not until you put informations there, people are not going to see it. And one of the best thing you can do to an information is when an information is actually repeated, it passes the message faster. Don't say because you thought about it last year, 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5 years ago, does not mean you cannot talk about it now again. You can actually talk about it now again, but on a different way. So it's more like a bringing out the same information but different approach. So work on yourself, share this content out, and strategic networking. Connect, like I said from the beginning, connect with people in targeted companies or countries that you want to find yourself into. If I want to get a job in let's say Germany or let's say UK, based on the language structure, I speak English, and I speak some other languages. So it depends on the kind of language I speak. I'll target those kind of people from those countries, and I'll target those people also from those companies. The companies I want to work with, the companies I want to see myself with, the kind of stuff I want to do. Let's say I'm not even in the cloud space. I'm in cybersecurity, or I'm a graphics designer. I should reach out to companies that are into this. I should reach out to countries. Page on groups, LinkedIn groups. We have the community, the Azure community, Nigeria Azure community. You can leverage on this group by adding yourself. Just follow the page, make comments, reach out to people, get Get socialize with people, talk to them. Like our host that we have here, Mr. Popola, I we have a strong relationship, and we've not met each other once. Like I think we've been friends now for almost 4 years, or if not more. But we've not seen each other once. But whatever I do in the tech space, he does also on the tech space. He brings me in, and that's the power of networking. It that depends on you, how you want to work and how you want to communicate, how you want to network and how you want to communicate. So it's if you don't reach out to people, if you don't leverage on the groups, if you don't leverage on the different uh, sources, you definitely know. The next one, my next slide, I'm gonna just be a little bit fast. Uh, what's going on? Oh, hello guys, can you hear me? Opportunities in Nigeria. Mr. Popola, can you hear me? All right, okay, everybody's
Hello?
saying yes, so I believe everyone is hearing me.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
okay,
you're welcome.
so all right, okay. So, lobbyist said, what about getting consulting opportunities in Nigeria? Okay, consulting opportunities in Nigeria basically depends on the kind of consulting you're looking at. Depends on the kind of consulting you're looking after. For me, I'm a very bold person. I'm a very audacious person. If you want to be a consultant in Nigerian space, you have to get those two qualities I just said. Be very bold and put yourself out there. Um, there's a popular saying that says fake it until you make it. I don't agree on with that 100%, but I will agree on the statement of always package yourself and put yourself based on the way you want people to see you. So dress the way you want to be addressed. For me, I go and I write to companies. I write to companies even before now that I have um, guys that goes to companies for me, sales professionals and marketers that I send to different companies. But before now, what I did, I employed the service of an HRO, a professional HRO. Then when I was still on the island, and what did he do? We did a complete list of companies that has or that needs the kind of things we bring out. So I prefer and I prefer um, tech solutions to companies. So I give out tech solutions to any company. Depends on whatever tech solution you're looking for. So we have that of the registration platform power. We have a mechanism whereby instead of using your entrance signing book, we design a system where you can just put your thumbprint and fill in your data on the first time of entrance. And whenever you come again, when you put in your thumbprint, it shows in your profile and will link into whoever you wants to greet or meet in that company. So we have that kind of solution provided, created already. So we have different kind of solutions. That's what I do for companies, and we try also move people from the on premises to the cloud. We help move you to the cloud platform. We help update your system. We help do introduce it into Microsoft 365 and Azure. We also introduce it into AWS. Depends on whatever solution you're actually looking for. We also do a full overhauling of migration as well when it comes to your exchange, when it comes to moving from, let's say, Google Workspace to Microsoft 365. So we do different stuff. Now you must be able to get a total package of you knowing what to do, how to do, and how to put yourself there. Get dressed, wake up in the morning, get dressed, and take yourself out there and go put yourself out there to the companies. They are not going to reject you. The highest that will happen is, sorry, we can't have you here. We can have you now. You can reach out to people and get professional advices and tell them, I want to reach out to this company. Then the first thing is, what do you have that the company needs? Or what does the company do that you think you can actually penetrate into this stuff? So I'll move quickly now and answer all other questions later. Let me just finish the slide. So the next one, talking about the platforms. We're talking about how to target different platforms. You have Y Combinator jobs, you have TechCrunch, you have Well Found, which is Anglis. We have connecting with startups and employees on LinkedIn. Okay, now for anybody that needs a fast and a quick job, and you know you have the skill, I would say target startups. You want to go out of the country, you want to do a remote job, you want to do a foreign job, you want to do an international job, target startups. And for most of us that don't understand what Y Combinator is all about, there's a training I did, I think a year or 2 years ago, when I broke down how Y Combinator works and what Y Combinator is all about. Y Combinators are is a scheme or a tech body that comes together to finance tech startups. So we have Y Combinator of 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2019, thereabout. So you actually look at for the tech startups. Why do you go for startups? It's because you get the faster hiring process. Nobody wants to hire you and then put you on a long scale of 2 months or 3 months interview. No, that startups can't do that. They won't do that. And also, when you're targeting startups, you must be able to tell yourself, what am I bringing into the table? So if I'm going to talk about startups, that is all about let's say about aviation. What do I want to bring to them? What do I want to tackle? What exactly is the major thing I want to help this company do? And before you apply for any companies, whether startup or existing companies, get to know what their background is all about. Get to know what they do. Get to know what the stuff they are all about. The company I currently work with is Ventrata. We are currently 6 to 7 years old currently, and when I joined them 3 years ago. So they were actually still more like a startup company. And now we have grown to the point where we are very, very well recognized in the whole of UK. And when it comes to the transportation business, when it comes to ticketing business, we are covering almost every part of the Europe, UK, Europe, and we've moved into the US already and Canada. This was a startup company when I joined, and I think I'm not supposed to reveal a whole lot of stuff information, but I can tell you that the rate at which the growth happened within these 3 years I've been in the company, it is mind blowing, and it one of the things that equipped me even working in my own personal startup company. So work with this company, grow with them. You get to see a lot of growth opportunities. They move you from one position to another. You get to see a lot of stuff and less stress when it comes to the things the big companies and quote do. So you're going to get a lot of remote roles. Just target those companies, and that focus on expressing your passion for their mission and how you can add value. Yeah, I already said that before. What do you want to bring to the table? What are you talking about and the rest? So now customize each application, tailoring your skill. Okay, now this is talk about the resume. I found out a lot of people's resume they just do stories. It's more about stories, it's not about keywords, it's not about things that interest whoever wants to look at your resume. Some persons just write, I went to Harvard and I did this, I did this, I did this. No, 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 no. You know the company you're applying for, you know the kind of jobs you're applying for, you know the kind of stuff you're doing, but coming to showcase your resume about. Then tailor your resume to suit, to be actually very precise. Like it should be straight to the point. When I see your resume, I already know, oh, these are the key skills I'm looking at for. These are the tools that you're already using. These are the stuff you did while you were in this company and this company. I think I need you. And we are good to go. So I like your international skills or whatever stuff that you know is relevant to that company. So mastering the interview, your communication blueprint. So this is before, during, and after. Okay, I'm going to summarize it to say, be authentic, but very polished. So if you know you're going to be applying for a company that speaks the lingua franca English, and they're professionals, you've heard them, you've done your research, you've seen their adverts on LinkedIn or from their website. You should just be authentic, talk about what you want, listen more when you're on an interview. Listen more, listen more, listen more. I can't overemphasize on that. Listen more, be confident, be clear, be concise, be precise, and I'll use the word again, be audacious. Know what you are doing, know why you're there, know why you came to do whatever you want to do. And ask prepared questions. Don't just do and what about this? No, no, no. Ask questions that you've actually generated and you prepared to ask them. There was one company I reached out to. I'm not going to call the name because I still work with the company. So the company, they asked me a question then when I was about to join, and I said, and the question was, how much do you want us to pay you? I said, and I told the person, I said, I need this amount, and the person was like, "Whoa, is that not too much?" I said, "It's too much for someone who does not have my kind of experience, but for me, I think it's okay." That's the only word I said, and we later renegotiated, and they came to something that I loved, and I agreed. That's it. Know why you are there. Don't let anybody bamboozle you with their words or telling you, "Oh, this is a big company," and don't accept anything that is not documented. Oh no, within the next 2 months we're going to increase your salary. No, no, no. Let it be documented. Let it be on the employment letter. Let it be on that offer letter they're giving to you, and go straight. And now this is one other tip I would like to tell you, which is how to research. Like I said before, research about the company, interviews, and the rest. You can actually pitch in ideas to a company, and it has worked for me twice. I pitched in an idea to two startup companies, told them this is that, this is that, this is what their tech space is all about, and these are the latest tools that I think would help them. I'm very familiar in the both of in the in both on both tools, and I have a team that I work with to get this side out. I can provide this information for you. You don't have to pay me for the first 1 week of our consulting. I'll tell you this, I'll tell you this, and we'll see how it works with your company. So I'm giving them a solution, I'm giving them an idea, I'm giving them a stop. But I did not just stop there. Before any new thing comes in that tech space, I'm actually one of their first person, if not the first person that always tells them about the new stuff that is available on the tech space on that particular stuff. And that's how I got those two contracts. So always research about wherever you want to go to. Always be very creative on how you approach whoever you want to approach. Then that is the reason I will tell you to go and subscribe on LinkedIn Premium, so that you can actually send an email directly to a CEO, directly to a recruiter, or a CTO or a CO. Now, in that case, you get to stand a very big chance of being reviewed, because one is a startup company. Even the CEO sometimes might even be your recruiter, might even be the HRO, might be the stuff. But you're going to get that job and you're going to get paid for it. And you're going to get paid well when you actually have something you're bringing into the company. So after send the thank you message, when you're done with that interview, within the first 24 hours, I always appreciate and I always endorse you sending a message to that company, tell them thank you for the stuff and everything. Give a breakdown of everything you are going to offer. again, just like to reiterate, like I said, when you talk about or teach one thing twice, three, four, 5 times, it gives everybody the idea to want to listen to that stuff and get it more. So maybe before you applied, you already talked about this is what I'm going to bring. They're not going to look at it again, or they forgot. Now you saying thank you, as telling them what you're going to write. So general platforms, jobs, jobs, indeed. You get to see remote OK. And for tech focus, you get to see Stack Overflow jobs, hired, built in. For startup focus, you get to see Anglist and you get to see Crunchbase. For specialized board, you get, depending on the industry, you get to see Dreamly for design. You get to see Upwork, you get to see Fiverr. Then how to hack into Upwork and Fiverr. I have a training, I have a video recording for that. So you can reach out to me on LinkedIn to get about more information on the things I'm unable to cover here. So our next slide talks about remote or relocation. So remote jobs, I've talked about all this stuff. The pros is flexibility, no visa, relocation, stress, cost effectiveness, work from Nigeria. The cons is potential for time zone challenges, less in-person networking, self-discipline. Okay, okay. Okay. So self-discipline required. Then best for roles easily done independently, like tech, digital marketing, content design. Yeah. Relocation jobs, the pros is immense cultural experience, broader job market access, and the cons is the visa complete. All right. Okay. You have the visa complexities. We have the high relocation cost, adapting to new country, family consideration. This best for what engineers, healthcare management, etc. So you can actually see the pros and cons of remote jobs and relocation jobs, whichever one you want to push into. Then upskilling. Okay. All right. For upskilling, and in demand. So identify the skill gaps. So I always tell people always upskill. Go, just get more knowledge. It's not going to kill you. Get as much more knowledge as you can. If your money is there to afford it, go and upskill. If your money is not there to afford it, get a friend that knows the stuff and upskill. Get more information. I have a lot of friends that are into different sector of tech. Some of my guys that are close to me, they always tell me that I'm a jack of all trade. That how do I know this? 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 Some of this stuff I've not actually written certifications on them. And some of this stuff I've not really sat down to do any certifications on them, but I've got a lot of friends that gave me a rundown. Like when I switched into database administrator, I have a friend called Today Oladijo. He taught me everything about database administrator package and everything, down from the coding, using my PHP, using the HTML, using everything that I used, the SQL and all of them. Tunde taught me everything, gave me a pro forma of all of them. I've not done any certification about database administrator, but I have all the knowledge about it. And I've even done a job. I've even gotten 2, 3 gigs about that role. And I've made a lot of money from that role as well. So you don't really have to wait for money to do the stuff. So if you want to go into all these parts of tech, you can see the kind of certifications you need to get that will really help you. I am, like I said, I'm more into cloud computing, cybersecurity, and a cloud engineer. So these are certifications I have done. I have done majority of these certifications as well. So these certifications validate your skill and demonstrate initiatives. So basically, certification does not really mean that you know the job. Same way as you can't rule out certification, yes, but certification doesn't really mean that you know the job. A lot of people have a lot of hands-on experience and they've not written one certification, but they know this job more than some of us that have written 2 billion certifications. Our certification just authenticates our knowledge, our field knowledge. That's what certificates does. It authenticates your field knowledge, and it makes you get more attention and more connections and more jobs. So that's basically what it is. It doesn't mean that you are superior or whatever. No, it doesn't at all. And some persons tell me I'm an MVP, I'm an MCT. No, no, that does not really mean you should be preferred or anything. No, if you have the knowledge, do it. If you don't have the knowledge, forget about it. You are still going to be treated and talked to like other engineers or other persons in the tech space. All right. I just moved to another slide. I don't know why this slide is not opening or showing. Okay, let me go to slide 15. Yeah, takeaways. So build a strong land. This is basically what I just talked about. So this is more like a summary of everything I talked about today. Build a strong um, keyword rich online presence on LinkedIn and work on your resume. Then continuously upskill in high demand areas. Like I tell my inner or my inner caucus or caucus, whichever one we pronounce it to be, I tell them that my take on tech is I've gotten to a point whereby I think I already know the feed I want to push more on. So what I look for now is the money. Where is high demand? What kind of course do I want to go into? Is it a course that would still in the next 10, 15, 20 years still be relevant? If that is the course, then that's something I want to go into. If that is the tech body, that's exactly what I want to go into. So you don't just run into tech skills or talk or tech space and going to learn everything. No, you should know why you are learning this. And will it be sustainable in the next 10 to 15 years? And if not, if you want to go for the early gratification, just learn it, get what you want to get from it, and upskill and go to something else. That's what I tell people that are in my inner caucus. You get, yeah. So network strategically and engage actively. Tailor every application. Then master communication at every stage. Know how to talk to people. Know how to convince them to do what you want to do. I'm not saying be abusive. I'm not saying be. I'm not saying talk to people anyhow, but just know how to talk to people. Know how to pass your message. Know how to get your message out there without being um without doing the wrong thing. That's the best I can say. Without doing the wrong thing, just passing your message the best way it's supposed to be, and then you get these jobs and you get the relocation as well. So thank you so much. This is where I draw the curtain for now. Yeah. So feel free to ask your questions you have about securing international jobs. If there's any direct question, you can ask your question. But I'll hand over to the host, which is Mr. Popola Isiaka right now.
Uh, yes, yes. Thank you so much, Prince Temidayo Obasoye, for this beautiful presentation. Thank you so much for the insights that you have shared. For our audience, yeah, it's time for Q&A. I observe some people were eager to ask questions along the line, and they now have the time to ask their questions. Please, if you have any question, please drop them. Our guest speaker is here to answer all your questions. If you also check down, you can see a stolen message is about our platforms. This is Azure Community Nigeria. We have platforms on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and meetup.com. So if you have any questions, yes, you are good. All right, Mr. Temidayo, before those questions are coming up,
Okay.
I know you are hosting an event, which is CloudFest Africa, the first edition. Can you tell our audience what that program is all about?
Okay, CloudFest Africa. So CloudFest Africa, it's a cloud event, just as the name is. So we are gonna be having a lot of professionals coming in to give an insight and an idea of CloudFest. So um, we have we're going to be talking about the cybersecurity space. We're going to be covering the cloud computing space. We're going to be covering everything that has to do with cloud. And like I said from the beginning, I'm very, very, very interested when it comes to things on the cloud. Reasons being, we find that these days, everything that we do, everything everything we do in this world, we actually need the cloud knowledge, and it cannot be overemphasized that we need the cloud knowledge in different sectors that we're in our banking sector, in our engineering sector, in our communication sector, in our
Yeah.
education sector. We need the cloud knowledge. So the Cloud First Africa 1.0, hosted by Techie Learning, a subsidiary of Dynamics Consult, we are going to be touching every area. It's going to be happening on June 28th. June 28th, that's next month. June 28th is a Saturday, and we have a lot of speakers. We're going to be having our host also as one of the speakers, Mr. Popola Isiaka. We're going to be having some of our mentors and our friends from the United States. We're going to be having Teresa Cyrus. We're going to be having Dan Ray. We're going to be having Charity Mikor. We're going to be having Toriola Olajumoke, the COO of Ashem. We're going to be having Vitor Bayedo, one of the managements from Reliance Info. We're going to also having some star guests who are currently not on the flyer. People like Victor Totten from Tech Knowledge. We're going to be having Mr. Touch from Talk Knowledge, formerly tech expert. So we're going to be having a whole lot of persons talking about this skill, and it's not going to end there. But we're having a lot of raffle draws where you can actually win a laptop, and you can also win vouchers for different examinations that you've currently scheduled or planned down. So you're going to be having the opportunity to win that, and the venue will be sent to you once you register. So how do you get to register? I'm going to put it. I don't know how we can put in the information. Just go to the website.
Okay. Uh, put 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 it on the chat.
Okay, then you can see.
I can share it with the audience now.
All right. Okay. So
Uh,
cloudfirstafrica.com/ticket. Yes, this is it. So now the beautiful part of this stuff is the program or the event is actually free of charge. So you are not paying anything. Just come. That's as a um, live audience, please. You are not paying anything. But if you want to be streaming online, you're just paying a little ticket and token of 5,000 naira. The platform is just go to www.cloudfirstafrica.com
yeah, I've shared that. Yeah,
/ticket, or if you put it on the Cloud First Africa,
yeah,
you're going to see the
I've shared
opportunity.
I've
Once you
shared the
click on
link.
it, it's gonna
Mm.
show you the way to register. It's very easy. You find in all the information. Yeah, I've seen it. Thanks a lot. You can see all the information you want to see there. You get to see the. Oh, okay, perfect. So, guys, you get to see everything you want to see on that information there. You get to see schedules of the class, of how it's going to be, and everything. You're going to see every way it is being done. So, I really can't overemphasize it. It's something you don't want to miss. Not even your enemy. You don't want even your enemy to learn a lot from. And we're not going to end, like I said. So if we're coming to the conference, and you are done with the conference, then you can enroll for our training. And one of the beautiful thing about this training that we're going to be having currently, immediately after the cloud fest, is be having a training for whichever computing, or let's say you picked in Microsoft 365 or Azure, whichever package you picked. It's going to be really discounted if you show a proof that you attend the Cloud Fest Africa happening every year, and three major locations for now in Africa: Uganda, in Kenya, and in Nigeria. So that's it. All right.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you so
thank you.
much, Matthias. Thank you
So
so much, Oluwabahon. Thank you so much. Yeah.
all right. I've checked. We don't have any questions. It means that our audience actually enjoy your presentation. It's our pleasure to have you to discuss issues that pertain to soft skill and how people can get better job opportunities in Nigeria and in abroad. The syndrome of Japa. People are saying you can be in Nigeria, you make your USD. You can be in Nigeria and you make your euro or whatever hard currency that you can take off. So somebody has confronted me, Popola, with all this that you know, why have you not left Nigeria? I said, well, where I am, I'm comfortable. I can explore the world at another time, but today I'm serving my nation by giving out solutions to organizations and individuals within tech space. So I want to thank you for this opportunity and the kind of insight that we have shared. I want to strongly believe that our audience will have learned one or two things and how they can better off themselves within the roles that they play within the tech space. Thank you once again for coming on board. And for Cloudfest, we are coming. For the Cloudfest, we are coming. All
Yeah.
right. We wish you all the best on the Cloudfest, and we want to see the success story. We
Yeah.
invite you after the event to come and speak
We
about how it
are
went
coming. You
and
must
what
be
Nigerians,
there.
what Nigerians, yeah, what Nigerians stand to benefit from that project. All right, for our audience, thank you so much. Next week will be another episode of our training. Please be
All
mindful.
right.
Every
Thank you
Saturdays
so
we
much.
have technical sections between the hours of 9 and between the hours of 10 and 11 o'clock on Saturdays for technical sections, and on Sundays we have soft skill sections. That will be from the hours of 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. On the next time when we shall be bringing another big fish within the tech space as our speaker. Please stay blessed and enjoy the rest of your day. So bye bye everyone. So thank you all.